Welcome. So, you have an annuity, which is great. But what happens if you need cash and you need it fast? You might have heard about something called an annuity loan, but let me tell you, it's a path that is just filled with hidden risks. We're going to uncover those dangers and, more importantly, show you the smarter, safer ways to get to your money. Let's jump right in. Okay, so let's set the scene. You've done the responsible thing, right? You've saved up for your future with an annuity to make sure you have that long-term income. But then, life happens. An unexpected medical bill, a major home repair, and you need funds like yesterday. The first question that pops into your head is probably, can I just borrow from the money I've already saved up? And at first glance, there seems to be this really straightforward answer that honestly sounds a little too good to be true. The annuity loan. I mean, it sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Just borrow against your own money. But as we're about to find out, the reality is, well, it's a whole lot more complicated. So what in the world is an annuity loan anyway? Basically, it's a loan where you use the value of your annuity as collateral. The whole idea is that you get access to emergency cash without having to tear up your entire contract and surrender it. On the surface, that sounds pretty appealing. And here you can see the classic pitch versus the reality. On the one hand, you've got this promise of immediate cash, flexible repayment, all while keeping your annuity. But on the other side, you've got these sneaky drawbacks, interest charges, a huge repayment risk, and the fact that they're not even widely available. It's a real tug of war. And that brings us to the big but, the real elephant in the room. If these things sounded all useful, why are they so uncommon? And more importantly, why are they so incredibly risky? This is the part where you're going to want to lean in and pay close attention. Okay, so here's the absolute number one reason. Annuities are built for one main job, to provide you with contractually guaranteed income or tax-deferred growth for your retirement. They were never, ever designed to be a personal piggy bank or some kind of line of credit that you can just dip into whenever you want. Their whole purpose is completely at odds with the idea of a loan. And this right here is the single biggest risk. You need to remember this term, deemed distribution. It sounds like some boring technical jargon, but it describes a really painful situation. If you fail to repay that loan on time, the IRS looks at it and says, nope, that's not a loan anymore. Instead, they treat the whole thing as a taxable withdrawal. And that, my friends, changes everything. And the cost of that change can be absolutely staggering. First, the entire unpaid loan balance gets taxed as ordinary income. Then, to add insult to injury, if you're under age 59 and a half, the IRS will very likely slap you with an additional 10% early withdrawal penalty. It's a 1-2 punch that can be a truly devastating financial blow. Okay, I know that all that sounds pretty bleak, but don't worry, if annuity loans are a minefield, what are the good options? The great news is your annuity contract probably already has several better, safer features built right in. So let's look at how to build a much smarter strategy. The most common and flexible tool you have is the penalty-free withdrawal. Almost all deferred annuities will let you take out a certain percentage, usually around 10%, of your contract's value every single year without having to pay those big surrender charges. This is perfect for smaller, occasional cash needs. Next up, we have waivers for hardships and major crisis. In very serious, unforeseen situations, we're talking things like a terminal illness diagnosis or needing to go into a nursing home. The insurance company may actually agree to waive all surrender charges. This lets you access a much larger chunk of your money when you truly need it the most. Now, for folks who need to start an income stream before retirement, there's a special IRS rule called 72T. It lets you take penalty-free withdrawals before you hit 59 and a half, but, and this is a huge but, you have to commit to taking a series of substantially equal payments on a very rigid schedule. It's for creating early income, not for getting a one-time lump sum of cash. This chart breaks it all down perfectly. Think of it like a toolkit for your annuity. Penalty-free withdrawals are your go-to for small, short-term needs. Hardship waivers are your emergency glass to break in a true crisis. Rule 72T is for creating a steady paycheck if you retire early. And the 1035 exchange lets you move your money to a better annuity completely tax-free. Every tool has a very specific job. So when we put all of this together, what's the big takeaway? It really all comes down to one single core idea: protecting the retirement plan you've worked so incredibly hard to build.
The bottom line is this, plain and simple. Annuity loans are rare for a very good reason. The tax risks are just too severe, and taking one out goes against the entire reason these products exist in the first place.
So, if you remember just one thing from our time together today, please let it be this. Your annuity is a powerful tool designed for long-term financial security and guaranteed income. It is not, and it should never, ever be treated as a short-term line of credit. And that leaves us with a final, really important question for you to think about. When you look at these smarter, safer alternatives, which path is the one that truly protects your financial future and gets you what you need? Answering that question can feel pretty complicated because everybody's situation is unique, but you absolutely do not have to figure it out alone. Here at The Annuity Expert, our whole job is helping people understand their options. We can review your specific contract and help you find the best path forward. And our guidance is always 100% free of charge. Give us a call at 770-755-1565 or visit us online at annuityexpertadvice.com to schedule a time to talk. We really do look forward to helping you.